Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Katie and today I'm going to be talking about some of my favourite book romances. So I wanted to start a little series on my channel. So today's video is going to be like my OTPs, which if you don't know what that stands for, that is one true pairing. Although I have many, so maybe the one part isn't true. And then I'm also going to do a video with my BroTPs, which is like my favourite friendships basically. And also my OT3s, which is my favourite like polyamorous romances or ones that I wish would be polyamory. So yeah, that's just a little series I'm going to be doing. So yeah, so today's video is just my standard like two people couples like romantically. So yeah, so I'm just going to be talking about some of my favourites. Well, it's actually quite a long list because I don't know, I like romances in books, like especially if they're done well. I think it adds a lot to the book and I enjoy it. So yeah, so the first couple I'm going to talk about is Vin and Elend from Mistborn. So I just love them. They're such a sweet couple. Like Vin's so like feral and like crazy, and then with all the like sword she doesn't really wield swords, but like yeah, like coins and everything. And then Elend's like the kind of a bit ditzy, like bookish character who's yeah, so sweet. And they're just such, I think they complement each other really well. And I really like in Well of Ascension their kind of storyline where they're both a bit kind of insecure and unsure whether the other person like loves them, but then that's the where they both go to Caesar at the end and just talk about so like Vin goes and she's like, oh, I don't know if he loves me, and then like 5 minutes later Elend comes along and then, oh, I don't know if she loves me. But yeah, I just think their moments are so sweet, like when they dance together as well, and in Hero of Ages when they dance and then Elend's like reading his book. I just think that's so sweet, and yeah, I just love them together. So yeah, sticking on the theme of Sanderson characters, Ciri and Sisebron from Warbreaker. Yeah, I just love them so much. Like Sisebron's just so sweet. Yeah, and Ciri's such a great character as well. She's quite like free-spirited, and she kind of using her like not really like political savviness, because I mean she doesn't have that much, but she's just kind of using her like her yeah, her personality basically to like sort out what she wants. And yeah, and like how she tricks them with like the jumping on the bed and stuff. That's just so funny. And yeah, I just think they really care about each other, and it's really nice to see. Yeah, and they're trying to like build each other up. So yeah, I love them. And then next is some Sarah J Maas characters. So Chaol, I think that's how you say it, and Irene from Tower of Dawn, well, from the Throne of Glass series. Yeah, I just really love them. I think they're my favourite couple in that series. I don't know why. I really like Chaol like in the first couple of books, but then I guess like him and Aelin kind of diverged. But yeah, I just really love Irene as well. She's like a healer, which obviously I like really connect to. She's probably like my favourite. Her and Alide, probably my favourite characters. But yeah, I just love them together. They're just... this is gonna be such a repetitive video, like they're so sweet. But yeah, I think their kind of healing that they do together is just so like emotional, and yeah, they're just kind of really like supportive of each other. Yeah, so that's that one. Also on that theme is Rhys and Feyre. So I think most people probably love them, and there's so much like amazing fan art, but I'll put one in here because I don't have any of the books. Yeah, they're just so great. Yeah, I guess maybe could be a little bit problematic, but who cares? Well, yeah. I just love how kind of supportive Rhysand is of her, like especially in Akamath. I think their relationship develops really nicely in that one. And obviously Rhysand helping Feyre discover her feminism, yeah, I think is really great. And yeah, they're just kind of really nice together. So then next we have Kaz and Inej from Six of Crows. So I love them so much. I mean, they're very like slow burn, and then like when like Kaz is like, oh, Inej is only an investment or something along those lines. That's so funny. But I think they just complement each other so well. And yeah, just the kind of like angst and the sort of the way they're kind of healing together, and yeah, it's just so sweet to see. And Kaz obviously is quite like an emotionally closed off person, but you can just tell he like really cares about Inej, and yeah, and like would do anything for her. And like when he goes a bit feral when something happens to her at the end of Six Crows, nearly spoiled it then. But yeah, I really love seeing that. And that scene in Crooked Kingdom. Yeah, I think we all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they're just such a great couple, and I'm really excited to see them like in the TV show. I think it's going to be so great. But yeah. And then also in the Grishaverse, Nikolai and Zoya. So they're not actually like a canon couple yet, but I just really love them together. I hope we get them. And their banter is so great. And I love how like they're both just like, I can't think of the word. Zoya's like so badass and Nikolai's like so sassy and sarcastic, and I think they're both just like no like bullshit with each other, and yeah, it's just so great. And I really hope we get some like future romance development. I think we did get a little bit of King of Scars, but hopefully there'll be a bit more in the next book, which I always think of in my head as Queen of Storms, but that's just a totally made up title. Yeah. So then next we have Nick and Charlie from Heartstopper. So they're just so sweet. I'm sure I've said that like about a million times in this video, but they really are like the definition of adorable. And just seeing them like being so supportive of each other and just like really talking through their issues, I think is really good, especially for teenagers to see, because like communication is key, folks. But yeah, and yeah, just how like yeah, Nick's just a big sweetheart, and then like how much he cares about Charlie, and it's so sweet. So yeah, I'd highly recommend Heartstopper. And also there's quite a lot of like side romances in Heartstopper as well, which I really love, like Tara and Darcy. They're so cute. And also Tayo and Elle, I think that's how you say it, but yeah, they're really sweet as well. So it's just a great like little romance adorable story, so I'd highly recommend that one. And then next is Nova and Adrian from the Renegade series. So I really love Marissa and Maya like romances actually, because I also have Cinder and Kai on this list from the Lunar Chronicles. But yeah, they're just so sweet. There's kind of like the badass girl, and then they're like kind of you're like sweet and loving like male love interest, which yeah, I really love. So yeah, Nova and Adrian are just so great, and I love the kind of all the like mistaken identity stuff going on. And Adrian's just so oblivious, bless him. But he's so sweet, and he's just so caring, and like when he brings Nova sandwiches, oh, that's so cute. And then Nova's like a bit like not insecure, but she's kind of like insecure in like when it comes to like trusting people and stuff. But Adrian just kind of brings her out of shell, and yeah, it's just so cute. They kind of remind me of Vin and the Land a little bit actually. Yeah, so I love them. And then also Cinder and Kai from the Lunar Chronicles, I really love them. Yeah, I don't know, they're like, well, it's like Cinderella. But yeah, just the way their relationship kind of develops over the books. And yeah, Cinder's just such a great protagonist. I really love her. I also love like Cress and Thorn and Winter and Jason. Actually, I think Winter and Jason might be my favourite couple. But anyway, I'm saying Cinder and Kai, so we'll leave it at that. But yeah, I just love them. Yeah, and I think Winter and Jason as well, because that's like the princess and the bodyguard trope, which I absolutely adore. So yeah, so there's them as well. So just all the Lunar Chronicles couples, basically. Next, I have Hector and Elisa from The Girl of Fire and Thorns. So yeah, I really love them. They're like angst in book 2 was just mwah. It was so good. And that is another princess and the bodyguard trope actually, which I really love. So yeah, that's another one of my like favourites. Then also both couples from the Never Tilting World, I just love them both. They have kind of, there's like a Ravenclaw Hufflepuff dynamic and also a Gryffindor Slytherin dynamic, which they're both so good. So one's a male female and one's female female, but they're both so excellent. And yeah, there's one scene in like this like hot spring, and that one's just so good. They're like characters are, like angsty, and yeah, it's so good. And the female couple actually is like a princess and the bodyguard trope. You can tell I love that trope. But yeah, they're just both such great couples, and yeah, they're quite supportive of each other, and yeah, so I would highly recommend this one. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not telling you the plot of any of these books, otherwise this video would probably get a bit long. But if a book has romance that's Katie approved, you know it's a good book, because I'm quite fussy when it comes to romance generally. Also, if you're wondering where certain couples are, then maybe look out for them in another video. I'm just saying, 83s. Then next, some Shadowhunter ones. So Emma and Julian from The Dark Artificers. So I know some people aren't big fans of Emma and Julian, but I just really love them. I just love the like angst, and they're like childhood friends, like childhood best friends to like lovers, and obviously it's a bit forbidden because they're parabatai. So yeah, I just really love them. And obviously Julian is like a bit ruthless and like how he would do anything for like Emma and his family. I just love that. And I kind of wanted Julian to go like evil in Queen of Air and Darkness, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, they're just a really great couple, and I always like squeal a bit inside whenever I like see them together in the book. So yeah, I like that one. And then some couples from the Rick Riordan books. So Percy and Annabeth, obviously, who doesn't love them? They just have such a sweet like friendship into kind of a bit more like romance. So yeah, they're really sweet. And also Hazel and Frank from Heroes of Olympus. I just love them. Frank's like a big soft like teddy bear and then Hazel's like this cool like badass. I just love that kind of like dynamic. Or yeah, I think my favourite relationship dynamics are Princess and the Bodyguard. I love that one. Like Grumpy and Sunshine. I love that one. Like Feral and like Tame. I love that one. Yeah, like Genius and Himbo. I love that one. Or like Himbo and Himbo, well, like Idiots to Lovers. I love that one. Yeah, there's just so many I love, but yeah. Victor and Severo from Red Rising series. I really love them. This video is getting very casual. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I just love how like they're both so like feral. Like Severo is complete like wild, and yeah, Victoria's just so badass and she's so great. And I actually really love that like the fact that Victor is a lot taller than Severo. I think that's cool to see in a relationship. Having the man's shorter, I think that's interesting. Yeah, they're just kind of the like wild couple, but you can tell they really care about each other. And yeah. And then next is Iseult and Aidan from the Witchland series. So they are, I think they're like pitched as like, it's like Zuko and Katara basically, or Zutara. And I think that's definitely true. You can definitely see it. They're just kind of like enemies to like reluctant allies to like lovers. Although I'm not sure if they're actually lovers canon. I don't know, but anyway, well, it's heading in that direction anyway. So hopefully, yeah. So I just really love them together. It's just like the grumpy one, and then the kind of like other grumpy one. That was so random, but yeah. And then next is Magnus and Alex, but not the ones you're thinking of. So that is Magnus Chase and Alex Fierro from the Magnus Chase series. I just love them. Their banter's so great, and Magnus is like the sunshine one, and then Alex is like the grumpy one, like child of Loki, super funny. Yeah, they also really remind me of Catcher and Adora actually from She-Ra, which I just recently watched the final season, and just the kind of dynamic is just there, like the kind of sunshine jock who's a bit of a dumbass, and then the like feral genius who's like grumpy. It's like Alex and Catra and Magnus and Adora. So yeah, they're just such a great dynamic, so I love them. And next is Cryer and Ayla from Cryer's War. So I just really love them. They're kind of like slow burn, but like a bit rival, well, not rivals, but like unknown rivals almost, because like Ayla's posing as like a, yeah, that's another like kind of Princess and Guardy type trope. Yeah, they just have such a great romance, and that's another one where you're just kind of like squealing whenever anything happens, because like it's quite slow burn, so it's quite like you want things to happen, but like, and then you get frustrated. So yeah, I love them. And then finally, this video is quite long, but I love to talk about love. Is Sancho and Berenice from Foundry Side. So I really love them. They're like have quite a sweet dynamic. It's kind of a Ravenclaw Slytherin-y dynamic. And also in Shawfall, which is the sequel, they have such a supportive relationship, which is really sweet to see, especially in like adult fantasy. And they just sort of are really there for each other, and they're always like supporting each other. And I just think that's so great and so nice to see. So that is everything. So please comment down below your favourite book couple, or if you like any of the couples on this list, or if you disagree with me about any of these couples. I'd love to hear your opinions. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And yeah, I hope you're all having a great day, and I will see you next time.